everybody. Thanks for watching us tonight. Violence growing in America. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. With the nation locked in on the Oregon massacre last week, violence is once again a hot topic of conversation. It's no question the USA is a violent country. Our freedoms allows bad people to create criminal enterprises and also allows madmen opportunities to commit atrocious crimes. Tough, smart policing and strict mandatory sentencing drove violent crime down in America after the drug-fueled crack carnage of the 1990s, which made cities like New York and Los Angeles exceedingly dangerous places. Mayors like Rudy Giuliani and police commissioners like Bill Bratton put together anti-crime strategies that worked. They were based on aggressive community policing and controversial tactics like stop and frisk. Because many drug criminals work the minority neighborhoods in big cities, prisons became filled with people of color, prompting the left to label the anti-crime initiatives as racist. Under President Bush the Younger, those accusations got nowhere. Under President Obama, they have been taken very seriously. Mr. Obama and his first Attorney General, Eric Holder, believe there is a strong racial element in the American criminal justice system. They ignore the fact, however, that drug dealers have devastated poor neighborhoods and enslaved millions of minority Americans over the years. Mr. Obama and Mr. Holder also believe that selling drugs like crack, heroin, and meth, not a violent crime. Never mind that folks addicted to those drugs commit the majority of property crimes in America, as well as the majority of child abuse. Never mind that drug overdoses kill thousands of Americans every year. Never mind that drug gangs in places like Chicago and Miami are responsible for an incredible amount of violence, as you need guns to compete in the street drug trade. So now, just in time for Halloween, the Justice Department is set to release 6,000 inmates from penitentiaries all across the USA, many of them dope dealers. Also, Congress is getting ready to change some mandatory sentencing, making it easier for pushers and other so-called nonviolent criminals to avoid paying the penalty they deserve. All of this liberal compassion for criminals is having an effect. Violent crime is rising quickly in many places as more lenient sentencing and anti-police rhetoric kicks in. The murder rate from 2014 to 15, very instructive. In Washington, D.C., up 46%. Milwaukee, up 68%. St. Louis, near Ferguson, up 51%. Baltimore, up 54%. Denver, up 75%. Austin, Texas, the murder rate is up a whopping 83%. Those are facts, but President Obama and the left have not acknowledged them. After the mass prison release this month, expect violent crime to rise even more. The drug trade is violent on its face, and everybody knows it. The myth that peddling hard drugs is a non-violent act is dangerous and irresponsible. And many of our leaders simply don't care. And that's a memo. Now for the top story tonight, reaction with us here in New York City, Jason Riley, columnist and editorial guy at the Wall Street Journal, and Dr. Peter Moskos, who teaches at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and is the author of the book, Cop in the Hood. So what say you, Doctor?
I think you're making a false comparison by talking about murders and then talking about releasing 6,000 prisoners. Those are two separate problems. A huge problem is right now we just have too many prisoners in America. It's a shame on our nation to have more prisoners than any other country ever.
Why? Why is it a shame? If these people
because
have...
it's a political choice.
If these people have broken the law
yeah.
at the level of a felony and incarcerated, why is that a shame on America? That's
they can
on
do
them.
their punishment.
Yes.
But we're talking about releasing them after 8 years in prison rather than 10 years in prison.
Right.
You really think those extra 2 years are going to cure them?
No, I don't.
At a cost of $30,000 per prisoner per year?
I don't care about the money because the money...
It could go to you. It could go to me. This is a socialist enterprise, the prison industrial complex.
The prison expense is far less than the damage that felons do to society. But I'll tell you this. The message it sends to the criminals is, you know what? It's worth doing the time because I'll make $500,000 a year selling dope. How do you see it?
Well, first of all, we don't do a very good job of picking out which prisoners are going to turn a new leaf when they get out. There's a 2002 Justice Department study of 91,000 supposedly nonviolent criminals released. Within 3 years, more than 20% were arrested for violent crimes, including more than 700 murders and more than 600 rapes.
How many prisoners were studied?
91,000 were released.
91,000.
And within 3 years, More than 20% were arrested for violent
and 700
crimes.
murders. Okay, but that was way back in 2002. Somehow President Obama has convinced himself and
That's
some
not
of
the
the
only
nation.
example we have.
Okay.
States like Pennsylvania and California have had similar problems with trying to release nonviolent offenders in hopes of alleviating overcrowding in prison. But my bigger problem is, why are our sympathies, or why are the administration's sympathies, with the criminals instead of with their victims? How are you making life better in the ghetto for the mostly law-abiding residents who live there by sending these guys back home sooner rather than later? Hillary Clinton can complain about mass incarceration all day long. When these guys get out, they are not headed to her wealthy neighborhood.
But I think
they're headed back to the
might
ghetto.
be
Do you think they should have even longer sentences?
Wait.
What's so magic about the 10 years?
Wait a minute. You may be overgeneralizing. I'd say if a criminal is over the age of 55 or something like that, you might cut them some slack.
Because they age out.
Right, and because the older they get, the less intense the recidivism rate is going to be. But you raise also a good point. There is justice, doctor. You know, if you're a heroin merchant and you're selling this poison and you get 8 years and you've ruined thousands of lives, doesn't seem to be justice, does it?
It's not. And this is the problem with the war on drugs. Someone else takes their place. We're not dealing with drug use. We got to regulate this stuff. We got to get it under. We got to get it under control.
You can't regulate poison like methamphetamine and heroin. It's destructive on its face. So even if you legalize it, the damage that it does to society is still going to be there.
What if we could reduce use?
Then you have to get into the psychology business, because people who use drugs have psychological problems, and the society can't do that en masse, in my opinion. Go ahead.
My problem is that this is being done by the administration in the name of helping the black poor.
That's right. It's a racial deal.
But going soft on crime does not help the black underclass. Let me give you an historical example. If you go back to the 1930s, the 1940s, the 1950s, you look at the rate at which blacks were leaving poverty, entering the skilled professions, increasing their years of education. All of those things were happening at a much faster rate prior to the Great Society programs in the 1960s versus the decades immediately after that. One reason why is because those were safer black communities back then. We had lower crime rates, lower incarceration rates.
But the family was more intact.
And the environment
was more intact.
It was an environment conducive to socioeconomic advancement. We don't have that today, and we need to get back to that.
All right, last word, doctor.
New York City reduced incarceration from 1990 to today, where we sit. New York City saw the biggest crime drop. What it showed is that you can reduce incarceration and crime at the same time. That's what we have to do nationwide.
But now everything's on the upswing because of Mayor de Blasio's withering criticisms of the police here. And that goes along with what we're talking about. You can't have an anti-police administration, as the de Blasio one is, and expect the police to be aggressive in doing their jobs, in my opinion. Gentlemen, very good debate. Thank you both for coming in. We appreciate it. Next.